Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Play On Podcast with your hosts, Jerry and Jesse. This is episode 75, which is good news because you know what? I'm a win.
Yeah, there's a huge lottery pot, and Jesse's like been playing the lottery religiously. I think it's at 750 million at this point.
Yep. And it's 750, episode 75. It's a sign God wants me to win. I'm gonna win. And it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we don't make an episode next week because Jesse went on a hiatus, and there'll be signs. There's just
There'll
gonna be a
be
giant check in the back.
there'll be signs throughout the podcast, guys. It's
Which
gonna be
club are you gonna
incredible.
buy, Jesse? From what country?
I'm not gonna do England because too many people are going over there and it's
Saturating
boring.
it.
I'll do something new.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do something new. Maybe
Serie
South
A
American. Serie A? Oh, Serie A B team, bring it up.
wouldn't be
I'll
too
probably
bad.
be one of the richest owners in Serie A since it's going down.
Oh my God, I saw a graphic of like the most expensive like the league that has done the most sales. And I think Serie A was number one.
Well, yeah, because just think about like AC Milan got sold like a couple times. Because remember,
No, like player sales.
oh, player sales. Well, yeah, they sell a lot of their players. I thought
Which,
you meant like clubs.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I think it goes by league sales, but I don't know. I can't find that graphic. It was somewhere on Twitter. Twitter is chopped now. It refreshes whenever I try to click something. So
I know it's annoying.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, there'll be signs. More than likely, we're gonna. I would tell Jesse to invest in like a Man City group or something.
What's it called? It's no, the I was gonna say Blue Core Group, but that's the Chelsea one.
That's the Chelsea one.
Yeah.
Which you go buy players now. Just see you go own the rights to a football player, which is insane. Oh, just
Uh,
buy all the young players.
True. I'll just go to France. Where else are they producing players?
Spain a lot.
France, Spain.
I think probably those are the big hitters, unless you want to go to Brazil and try to find some hidden gems.
Just go to the favelas like Todd
Speed.
Bowley.
Yeah. Oh, like yeah, Todd probably. Hey, it works for him, dude. But there's a lot to go over. Pretty much every league is back at this point.
Yep.
We have exciting, like just exciting matches. The biggest one that caught everyone by surprise is the Man City versus Tottenham game. Spurs won.
Yeah, it was very surprising because everyone was sort of hopping on the Man City train again after the recent win last week, and especially with Reiner's looking great. Chetke came on, great substitute performance, and then it just everything seemed to be clicking again. And then they just went to Spurs and
No, they played at home.
nope. I mean they played against Spurs again, but like
Oh.
it just I don't know if it's just that Spurs is their like the kryptonite because they always have a bad record against them, or if it's just, again, we're seeing the Man City from last season. This is the new reality.
From what I could see, maybe the Nowori injury affected him a lot. I don't really see too many changes in the starting 11. Not from what I could tell too much. I know now Marmoush started, right? And I don't think he started the first game. It was
He did.
Bernardo
He started
Silva.
left wing. He
No,
started left wing.
he started this past weekend, but in the first
Yeah.
league game, it was Bernardo Silva
Oh.
starting. Rodri finally made his comeback. Phil Foden again another substitution, and Doku again he came off the bench. So maybe it's Guardiola again tinkering with the squad too much, which is not my favorite thing to do. Because yeah, Spurs just went out there pretty much with the same 11.
Hmm.
And you think at this point, Trafford had a really bad mistake.
Yeah, that was bad.
Do you think now Man City's gonna push for that Donnarumma transfer?
I don't know because even if it was Donnarumma, he's not known for playing with his feet.
Mm,
So I don't know if he fits Pep's style. Like if he did, then he should have just stuck with Ederson, who was on the bench.
yeah.
So I don't know if it would make sense to just go to Donnarumma, who was probably worse than Trafford. Uh, I don't know what
I
they
don't know what he
do.
has against Ederson. I think Ederson's a pretty good goalie when it comes to shot stopping, but when it comes to like playing on the ball, he's like one of the best in the world. So I know that like they're trying to push his sale, but if it can't happen, it's the end of the window. Are you really not going to play him until like he gets? Well, are you not going to play him anymore?
Yeah, I don't know because it's just like it's just showing signs again of like Pep losing it because he's like just ruining relationships with players or just like cutting it off completely, like no chance of like uh repairing that relationship and just like, you know what? I'm done with you. I don't want you in my squad no matter what. You either leave or you're just gonna see the bench and not even touch the field. And it's not good because, sometimes you just need to repair that relationship for the good of the team and just let your ego aside or your pride.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a huge market for goalies because there's a bunch of them still out there, like Debu, Onana, but he had picked up that injury. At one point, Magnan, Ter Stegen, Ederson, like, but not really too many moves happened. But yeah, Pep is kind of has his hands tied now, especially with that transfer injury. I think he has to swallow his pride and just play Ederson, have that conversation with him because, yeah, if you want any ball playing keeper, he's probably the best they have right now. And it doesn't look like they'll make a huge move because I think PSG want more than 50 million. I think they want something somewhere around 70 for Donnarumma. So again, PSG is not a selling club.
But also, I see reports saying that there links of Akanji leaving, which is crazy because
Hmm.
he's like one of your better center backs, and he's starting John Stones again, who we both aren't big fans of, and it's just like again, he just doesn't look like the player that he's been hyped up by the English media to be. But they're getting rid of, I think, who we think is like the better player in Akanji for pennies on a dollar, because I think they were saying they want like 15 to 20 million, which is crazy for Akanji.
Yeah, it definitely is. So I don't know why any other team is not bouncing on that opportunity. I know Man City, not Man City, Man U needs a center back. That'll be a great center back. Again, you're selling to a rival, so you'll probably pay 25 million. I mean, I've seen them spend 80 million on Mbeumo, so I don't know why spending on Akanji wouldn't be a bad choice. But yeah, enough with Man City. But Thomas Frank, whatever he's doing it fantastic. Um, Now I can't put up that excuse for Amorim that he needs time because he needs time with his players. These aren't his players because Amorim now Frank Thomas is clearly Frank Thomas. Thomas Frank is clearly doing it
Right,
with
Thomas.
like just a preseason.
Well, yeah, I think with Almerin, we are seeing better results or like better team play this season from Man U. The results aren't there, but at least they are looking better. And I guess the preseason did help to get like his message across to the players. But yeah, it just looks like the certain coaches just need less in them because he had even without the preseason, Almiron had like almost a full year because he
Hmm.
came on pretty early, and yet he's still not getting results. Meanwhile, uh, I want
Thomas
to say Frank
Frank.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
no,
too.
Thomas Frank has come in and has taken over at Spurs and has hit the ground running with like a completely different system than we've seen before. Like the offensive is still running pretty well, but he's brought more structure to the chaos that was known as Ange in Spurs.
Yeah, and think about it too, like with a lot of what would you say, kind of like they didn't have the greatest transfers. Probably the biggest one is Kudus. They've been rejected recently by your boy Nico Pass, Jesse.
Good. I need him to stop messing around with my boy. Stop look another way, dude. He's coming back to Real Madrid. I don't know what they're doing.
It's crazy, dude. Like Madrid influences. So for those that don't know, Tottenham offered almost 70 million or whoever they offered 70 million to Real Madrid, I think, to buy Nico Pass in the weekend. But Real Madrid and Nico Pass were quick to reject it because he wants to wait to go and play for Real Madrid next season because he's currently on loan at Como.
Well, he's
Or
not on
no,
loan.
he got bought, but Real Madrid has the buyback option.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Listen, business is business, we do good business.
And then bigger news too, another rejection by Spurs. Esse was pretty much done and dusted with Tottenham, and then Arsenal come along and just offer more money and hijack the move.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious because they were literally in the 11th hour. They had agreed a deal for a while, but they were like stalling out because Daniel Levy tries to squeeze everything out of a deal as possible, as much as possible, and he dragged it out to get as much as favorable odds as he could, and then Arsenal literally just swooped in and took him away at like the 11th hour because everything was like sealed and agreed, but they were just dragging it on. So they came in and they got him. And it was crazy because he was originally in their academy team, and then they released him when he was like 13, 14, and he just came back to them.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And yeah, to think Spurs right now, it's still early on, but they're battling with Arsenal in the first place at the moment. They're both 2-0, and Tottenham is doing it with a lot less spent. Because again, fun fact, Arsenal since Arteta's last trophy with Arsenal, he has been the manager with the most spent money in transfer windows at reaching, I think, above a 1 billion.
Yeah.
So it's not just City buying players like Man City said or Pep Guardiola said.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because, it's always seems like these Arsenal fans are always complaining about not doing enough in the transfer window, but they're obviously spending. It's just that they aren't spending well.
Yeah, and we'll go on to talk about Arsenal. They won their match against little O, who was it? Leeds United,
Yeah.
but they suffered two injuries. The one I knew about was Odegaard, but you told me Asaka got injured because I didn't watch the rest of the match. Had some things to do. But this is what I worried, Jesse. They don't have the depth.
Yeah, and both replacements for both Odegaard and Saka were academy products with Ethan Nwaneri replacing Odegaard in that sort of creative midfield role. And then Jack Dowman, he was playing on the right wing for Saka, which shows again that they have incredible talent in the academy, but it's also not
It's a
very
win
good.
now situation. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, you can't rely on these youth academy products to be replacing quote unquote superstars for them when they're supposed to be in a title race. I think this is a make or break season for Arteta because this is what his sixth, seventh year already, and he only has an FA Cup he won in 2019.
Like we're tired of bringing it up, you know?
Yeah, like you finished second for 3 years in a row now. Last year was Man City fell off, so like this was your time to swoop in, and yet you've regressed. So like, how many more excuses do you want? And also, you signed Madueke to be a replacement. You signed Eze, so like, you spent money. So like, even if Saka and Odegaard go down, you can't have excuses again. Be like, oh, well, we lost our best players. Like, no, every team goes through like these situations, and you just gotta overcome it. You can't keep on making excuses for forever.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we'll see how long Saka's out for. Odegaard, have you heard any news on that?
Well, for Saka, I heard 3 to 4 weeks. Odegaard, it wasn't as serious, so he might be just like a week out. So I think he should be back pretty soon.
Let's see. I'm checking the fixtures right now, and lo and behold, they're facing Liverpool on Sunday. Not great. Then Nottingham Forest, and then September 21st, they are facing Man City. So in case Saka is out for 3 weeks, he's gonna have to come back against City and force himself to play. Yeah, it's not looking good already. Thankfully they won those first two games, but yeah, they have a crucial next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And so far, I'm liking the Premier League season, Jesse. I can't complain, especially Tottenham. Very surprised. I thought this was gonna be the Tottenham from last year, not this year. I thought this year they're gonna do bad, and I thought last year they're gonna do a lot better in the league. But yeah, dude, why am I becoming a Spurs fan?
Listen, I always had a little care for Spurs because of my animosity towards Arsenal fans. But if they keep on messing with Nico Pass, it might change. But I do appreciate Spurs a little bit, especially even though he's left. Heung-min Son was like I really liked him as a player and as a off the field as well. So I do care for Spurs a little bit, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too much. They are Spurs still. We saw the final.
Oh yeah, we did. But no, in all seriousness, my Premier League team is Sunderland, Jesse. I told you, right? That Mexico came together as a country and all the Mexicans said like we need a Premier League team to support to show our loyalty to. And for some reason they picked Sunderland.
Sunderland till I die.
Sunderland till I die. So let's go Sunderland. We got this. They lost this past weekend. It was not a pretty one, but
They last
they
game
they have
they
more wins than Man U, I'll tell you that.
yeah they who did they bop? It was West Ham. They beat them 3-0 in the first game of the Premier League. So it's, it comes and goes. They just recently promoted, so it's gonna be a
Yeah,
rocky season. But I think they've got it in them to stay up.
yeah. We have to figure out the away games, but like the home games, we got them. We're fortunate to clearly beat West Ham.
Did
Still
you
not
uh,
in a great place, but like still like the money
did,
they spent.
did you see the video I sent you about their owner?
Yeah, he's young,
Yeah, he's 27.
my boy.
Yeah, he bases transfer market off of Moneyball.
They're pretty much the next what's it called? Brentford. Because Brentford does a similar thing. They go off with like shots blocked on midfielders. So yeah, you got to do it. So Sunderland till I die. Jesse, La Liga was very interesting. Were you sweating about the Madrid game at all?
Which one? That was like two in last week.
The Real Madrid one this past weekend.
Well, because remember the game was like Tuesday and then also Sunday.
Yeah, I was talking about the Sunday one. The Sunday.
Sunday, no, I was just frustrated with the players.
What is that?
Well, I was frustrated with Mbappe because he clearly wasn't following instructions and staying in the middle, and he was encroaching on the left side, and it was basically too many people on that left wing, like we've seen previously.
Hmm.
Because Rodrigo was there, he started on the left wing, and but Mbappe kept over coming over and like taking the spot. So Carreras and Rodrigo and Mbappe, they were all there, and then Arda Güler was basically hovering in that area. He's like, it's congested, and then they were taking too long to switch sides, so because majority of the attacks were happening on the left sides, but when they were switching, they weren't going like quick direct passes or like across like how Tony Kroos would do. They would
Hmm.
literally go through like Dienhausen, then Rudiger, and then passing it there, so it would delay it and it would slow everything down. But the player I'm most disappointed in is Federico Valverde, who's basically been he's ghosted the past two games because he hasn't had like any involvement. And I think this is my biggest problem with him is that when he's up against a low block team, which has happened both games, is like I've said his passing acumen isn't the greatest, and he just looks lost because he can't be on the right wing because that's where Masantuono and then I think Carvajal are supposed to be, and they're providing the width. So he has to be in the midfield, and it doesn't look like he's providing anything there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, it's gonna be interesting when Jude Bellingham comes back into the lineup, because who's at that point is gonna be the odd man out? And I'm thinking it's Masantono. Maybe Valverde becomes a deeper role, but yeah, I don't know. Honestly, Jesse, I don't like how Real Madrid's playing. It's a bunch of useless passes. They have possession again. Barcelona has played like this in the past too, like where they just have the ball to have the ball. That's what kind of Real Madrid's doing. Um, so I don't know. I'm not liking it because I think there's certain players that can't play that way. The first one that comes into my head is Tchouaméni. I don't think he can play that. I think Valverde is lost. I think Valverde should be playing what Tchouaméni's playing because I think he'll be more involved that way. Because yeah, it looks like a lot of the games either going through Hoytson or Tchouaméni. And I feel like it should be either as far as the midfielder, it shouldn't be Tchouaméni, it shouldn't be the first option to be an outlet pass. It should either be Valverde or Cooler. So I think Tchouaméni has too much of a presence there. Again, I like you said, he's in my opinion, Tchouaméni plays too slow for the way this guy wants to play Xabi Alonso. But
Yeah. And I think this is what I've been saying with we've been needing a midfield for a while now. Like I've mentioned to you previously, I want like someone to like help break down teams and sort of like Pedri, I think he's a prime example, especially like when they play against who was it? Levante. Like
mhm.
I think he was the best player on the field that day. He was helping break him down. Like if it wasn't for a couple like wasted chances by I think Ferran Torres and someone else, you guys would have scored earlier until he like took matters into his own hands and just like scored that screamer. I think that's what Real Madrid's missing, like a player that could like dictate that tempo and like create chances in midfield. I think Cooler has a potential to, but he's not there yet. And
I think it
also
should be Nico Bass, honestly. Like you saw, like we were just glazing him earlier, but like if you haven't seen his assist, go watch his assist highlight for the past weekend's game.
against
That
Lazio, yeah.
that was incredible. He did a half turn broke through and just did a through ball that was insane, and that's what they need. And I think Guler will get there, like you said, but I don't think he's there yet. And I think Nico Pass at this point, he's kind of refined his skills and can be that outlet. So I'm surprised Richard didn't keep him and sent out Mastantuono to Como instead. But
But
uh,
also, I think the another problem is that there's just like no presence in that middle. Because Mbappe, we've mentioned previously, he doesn't like playing there. He goes out to the wings and he's dropping back so much that there's no presence there at all. So like they're just basically hovering around the defense, like just going around it because there's no one there in the middle. Like there's no point in the cross because no one's going to be there. There's
yeah,
no one to pass in that like play in that post spot. And then even in the second half, he had to put in Gonzalo Garcia and then drop Mbappe basically in the 10 role because he wasn't he's unwilling to play that post spot until Gonzalo Garcia was in there.
yeah, it's weird. He also sent the message with benching Vinicius. Um, Which I thought it was an interesting choice, but I think it was helpful at the end. It made him stay focused and be like, yeah, your spot is not guaranteed. You're not in my starting 11 every single time. There is competition. I thought Rodrigo played a great match, by the way. For what he got, he was dangerous. He attacked multiple times and was direct, and he was unselfish when he needed to be. So it sucks for him. I saw his frustration when he got subbed out. Um, I still don't know what's gonna happen to him. I don't know if it's gonna stay or get sold, but it's up in there.
Yeah, I just like I said, I have problems because I think the pressing has is better, the running's better, but like there's still like essential parts of like problems in that squad, and it just comes down to like the players' personality. I think like certain players just don't fit the system that Xabi Alonso wants to, but they're like forced to be there, like Mbappe. Like just play in the left wing if you're just not gonna play in that striker role. I don't understand why you keep forcing this narrative or this idea that you're a striker.
Hmm.
You're a winger, you don't like to be physical, you don't like to be touched. In that midfield or in that striker spot, just play in the wing. Yeah. But
So
also
go ahead.
Ceballos is reportedly linked to leave Real Madrid and go to Marseille. So there might be another midfield recruitment coming, which I've kind of been upset that the past two games we didn't see any chances for the youngster I told you about, Thiago Pitach, because he is a
Mhm.
midfielder and maybe he helps that midfield and like helps break down like opponents. So
Yeah, it's a lot of competition, especially like getting into that 11. There's a like we said, there's a lot of mouths to feed.
mhm.
Not an easy way to get in. Because yeah, look who had to come off the bench, Brahim Diaz, Vinicius Jr., Gonzalo Garcia, who established himself. And Trent, that's the one that surprised me. He got benched.
I'm not really that surprised because every game since like the Club World Cup he hasn't looked great in, and I'm
Hmm.
not putting that all on him, but he just hasn't looked like the player that Liverpool fans and like all these English fans started. Like his passing hasn't been like as sharp as what we've heard it how it is, and but I also don't think it's his fault because I feel like the it's been very left wing dominant, the attacks, and then the right wing's kind of been left to dead, especially because like not a lot goes through it. And like the right wing has been like a revolving door, so like he doesn't know who he's playing with. So like and like at Liverpool it was Salah, so he knew what it was a lot of attacks were gonna come through there. So
Yeah, it's that disconnection, like you said. It's weird. I know Real Madrid fans are already started doing the thing Liverpool fans used to do, which was play Trent as a midfielder.
yeah, and I just don't see it.
No, again, it's hard, especially when Camavinga comes back. I think that make it even more tough for any midfielder to try to get in at that point.
Hmm.
But in my opinion, I think Camavinga would probably do a lot better than Tchouaméni because Camavinga actually knows how to attack. Camavinga, in my opinion, plays a lot like Frankie de Jong, but we'll see. Jesse, my boys Barcelona. My brother literally told me like, "Oh, don't worry, Barcelona's playing today." I'm like, "Well, get ready to stress," because last time I remember playing Levante was going for that invincible season of going and winning La Liga without losing, and we ended up losing 5-4. And I saw we were playing away, so I'm like, "Yeah, it's not going to be an easy one," and it wasn't. Levante scored first. They scored a second and towards the end of the game. I mean, the end of the first half. I'm not going to talk about the penalty. Same story, different toilet. Same, what is it? Same shit, different toilet. Um, or something like that. Um, but yeah, it was interesting. I saw they're trying to troll Marcus Rashford for being in the lineup for Barcelona losing. I don't think that's what it is. It was like wasted chances, like you said, like that one Pedri one.
Hmm.
Ferran Torres has to score that, and he hit the crossbar. There's a lot of situations too. Frankie de Jong didn't play. I forgot what it was. I think it was personal things going on. And then Casado had to play, which I'm very surprised that he played over players like Gavi, uh, Fermin. You could probably even put Mark Bernal if you wanted to risk it. But yeah, it was very interesting to see Casado getting into the lineup when also his name was circulating around for rumors.
Yeah, but I think the biggest problem or like the game wasn't like up there. I think it was that defense. And then the high line where they got caught off guard. And I think it's having to do with Inigo Martinez's absence because Kubarsi had to slide over to like left center back and then Ronald Araujo was on the right center back.
Yeah.
So now, and also last year, Inigo Martinez was sort of in charge of like that high line and like dictating the back four. And this year it's like switched over. I think Kubarsi is taking over, or was
Yeah.
it Araujo?
Yeah, it's Cubarsí. Araujo is not the last man, it's Cubarsí. Which makes sense because Araujo is really fast and he could make up ground to get to the last man. But I'm trying to see how many offsides there were.
Yeah, but I feel like Kubarsi is struggling a little bit with having all that pressure on him. Because
Maybe, but there was six offsides this game, Jesse. So it was that was in a good range. I think again, Levante just they had a good game plan, which was the not the first line of attack, not the like the attacking trio to be the making the runs, but like the second line. And they did well. Again, the second goal, Jesse, the handball is very questionable. So I don't know if they'll be down 2-0 if that didn't happen, but I don't know. Barcelona
But
got caught, and
well,
then
they
the low
did,
block of Levante was tough too.
yeah, but they also did get caught a couple other times where they did have clear-cut chances because of that high line. Levante did, from I
Yeah,
remember watching the game.
it was like in the second half there was only once or twice, but in the first half there was a couple of them. So at halftime, I'm sure, well, we saw it that Hansi Flick kind of addressed that issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, Barcelona making a comeback. Pedri scored a screamer. Ferran Torres scores the hard one, not the easy one. And then there was an own goal at the end.
Yeah, it was kind of anticlimactic because you were sort of expecting like a Barca player to like score a goal to like at the end, but it turned out to be an auto goal. And just like it sort of like took the air out of the Levante wins because after that it just like
I was
it
happy,
ended
dude.
the game really.
I was happy. I'll take it, dude.
Yeah, one of
Especially when
us
the
was.
yeah, the hate watch wasn't complete. Don't worry, my hate watch was bad too for Real Madrid. I saw the game and I was watching it with Carol. I was like, ah, I think I took it off after the second goal because I'm like, yeah, it's over. They're not coming back. But
Yeah.
exciting stuff. Then Serie A is back, Jesse, and Napoli has started with a bang.
Hey, dude, we were just talking about it before we got on stream, dude. Scott McTominay, the scout or the coach, whoever put him at CDM or behind the like forward line in midfield, like ruined his career because he's become a new man.
Yep, scored the winner last season for the last game, and then scores the opener for this season. McTominay is becoming a threat, and it's going to be even more of a threat now with De Bruyne in the team because he had a great game too. Did Napoli play away or home? I'm pretty sure they played home since they just won the title. No, they played away at Sassuolo, so it wasn't an easy ground to play at.
Yep.
So yeah, but they're still looking for that substitute. I think they came up with an agreement to get a Hoytson on loan to replace Lukaku as a striker.
I think it
So
makes sense. It makes sense for Napoli and for Højlund to like recover his career,
mhm.
especially because it's he was from Serie A where he like had the good season before he went to Man U. So I think he just needs to recontinue his development because I think he went to Man U a little bit too early and with like not the most favorable situation, but also he he's not like a big time goal scorer because even his season before he went to Man U, he didn't hit like double digit goals or anything like that. It was just
Mm.
more on the potential that he had, and I think he just needs to go back to like that situation where he doesn't have like the world on his shoulders.
And then that'll be helpful again playing with De Bruyne, he like the creator he is, and then same thing like you
And
could,
Scott McTominay, dude.
yeah, McTominay could like because he's such a presence in the box, he could drag players and create space for you. So a lot of players are gonna be playing for Hoytson, so it'll be interesting. Hopefully he gets his career back on track, but he's a professional and played at Man U and has a huge wage bill. But again, that'll be interesting to see. Again, to prove Amorim wrong. I know he has a chip in the shoulder because of that. But again, Napoli, huge fan of them right now. Especially their away kit. That away kit is beautiful.
Yeah, oh Drew, before we go, we skipped over Atletico Madrid and their horrid start.
They're so forgettable, dude. I can't even explain what's going on. It's again, it's just it's that thing. Cholo's like steering away from doing what he does best, which is defending, becoming creative, and I think it's hurting him. But
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on the match?
yeah, because it's like two straight games of draws, and I think they were losing to begin with, right?
Hmm.
No, no, they had the lead and then they scored it immediately. It's just like it's not like the Athletic Madrids of the old where once they scored a goal, you felt like, oh, the game was over. Like they're so fragile at the back now that you're like, oh, is this gonna be safe? Are they gonna be able to hold on?
Yeah,
And even when they attack, it doesn't feel like as threatening as before. Like before, even if Athletic Madrid was like defending with their life, whenever they're on the attack, it felt dangerous. Like they could always nick a goal. But now, even though they're trying to be more attack oriented, it doesn't feel as dangerous at all.
it doesn't at all. Do you feel like it's I don't know. They come up with great combinations and everything, but when they get caught in transition, imagine when they play with a team like Real Madrid, Barcelona, maybe like a team like Bilbao who could exploit their wings. But yeah, there's just so many question marks, especially with that back line, and I don't think Cholo can rectify that. So I'm kind of scared about the pick we made for Atletico Madrid finishing third. I think they might even finish fifth. Because again, it's not looking good. Like I have a feeling Cholo's uncomfortable how they're playing. He's gonna try to revert back, and it's gonna bite him more in the ass. Because at least last season he had some of the players to do that. This season he doesn't have too many of the players that could play the style he's used to playing. But who do they face next? I'm looking at it right now. Atletico Madrid. They have to go to the 13th place. They're facing Deportivo Alaves.
And if they're away too.
They're away. Yeah, whoever made this schedule is cooked, dude, because Barcelona has three away games in a row.
Oh, it's not even. Dude, I forgot that they lost against Espanyol. For some reason, I remember as a draw.
No, they lost last
Yeah.
minute, that banger of a header. But yeah, Barcelona played away the season opener, the Levante game, and now they have to play at Rayo Vallecano Stadium, which is not an easy game. Till we play at home in the fourth game of the season. Who the hell does Real Madrid play? They play Mallorca, but they're playing at home. Getting that, getting, they're benefiting, Jesse. Like, there's no uproar about that. Um, oh, and but you guys are playing as Levante in the 24th. That's tough.
Then we have Athletic Madrid also away.
Damn, and then Villarreal.
Yeah. Then Getafe and then Barca.
Never mind, you guys. I'm glad we're getting these away games earlier. Damn, yeah, you guys have a very tough schedule. Then it's not going to help when not Atletico, what is it, the Champions League fixtures come out.
Yeah.
The super computer that's completely not rigged, setting up the matches.
But also don't forget that whenever we play against Atletico Madrid, they're magically gonna come back into form. Same with you guys, you know. They're just gonna be like, oh, they're the worst team in the world. Nah.
Are they playing them in October as well?
We played them before you guys. We
No,
play you
that's
guys.
why. Yeah, it's October 26th. And like last year, Barcelona's best month was October because they won every single game.
And then the worst month in like November.
Oh yeah, when they won like only a couple. Man. But let's cut it here and we'll go over some of the things.
Yep.
Jesse, this Monday we had a thriller, Newcastle versus Liverpool. Isak versus his old club, but Isak is not playing. Liverpool barely win.
Yeah, and I think I texted you before the game started with the lineup of Soboslai at right back.
So I'm assuming they play three in the back with Konate,
No,
Van
that
Dijk,
was
and
like
Kirkis.
he was playing right back.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's interesting. Because I think in the final goal, because they scored like a what a 90th, yeah, 90th plus 10 minutes, an aggregate time. They scored a goal to
Yeah,
win the game, the 16-year-old, the new Mbappe, by the way,
the new Mbappe, dude.
just to get that out there. Um, I saw Soboslai making the dummy, so that's why I'm like, did he actually play right back? That's crazy. But Jesse, as cool as that is that Liverpool won the game, there are definitely question marks about their defense. Again, they
Yeah, and
conceded two.
well, not even that. The first half, Newcastle looked like the better team going forward because they were Liverpool looked very vulnerable in the back, like Szoboszlai at right back, obviously uncomfortable in that spot. But Konate looks so shaky, and it's like he's been linked to Barca, he's been linked to Real Madrid, he's been linked to all the top clubs in the world, but his performance has not been great. Like Newcastle were pressuring, and that's even considering without like their star striker Isak not playing, and they looked more in control of the game until like a moment of brilliance from Gravenberch, which also Nick Pope looked shaky because he did not react at all to the shot, so it made it look worse for him. But yeah, Gravenberch got in a long shot, scored a goal, good goal, and then like sort of Liverpool got more uh like regained some control in the game, and then also Anthony Gordon just horrible challenge, stupid tackle, like made no sense. I appreciate the effort of you trying to track down, put pressure on the ball, but it was a dumb tackle on the Van Dijk.
Yeah, it's a dumb tackle. Could have easily injured Van Dijk, and then on top of that, your squad's already thin. You're one of the main mans in the squad, and you got a red card, so you're gonna be out a minimum of 2 games. It's just a stupid thing to do. Um, but Atakita is so comfortable in the Premier League. He's making it look easy. There's no more questions about him. He's a goal scorer. What is it? That was a great investment. Words again. We're right, Jesse, so far.
We
He's still
said it.
struggling. Gakpo again, he's so key to this. This is why they don't need Isak. Invest in a defender that can actually defend. Invest in a right back. Well, they have Frimpong. Well, the Frimpong is also out for a couple
Well,
months.
Frimpong got picked up an injury, and then also I think Connor Bradley is also an injury. That's why Szoboszlai had to play a right back. But even then, it shows like the fragility of like the defensive line because they still have no one to to replace anyone. Like usually you would suspect like a center back to play at right back because they're at least they're a defender, but no, they had to put a drop back Szoboszlai to play as right back.
Yeah, it's a tough situation for them. Again, for them to make the title push, they have to stop conceding so many goals. Again, what is it? 4 goals in total they've conceded in the past 2 games. It's not an easy mark. They're just relying on outscoring the opponent, which again, that's how you win. But you're on the back foot. Like again, the same thing happened from like the first game too. They were up 2-0, and then they let the opposition come back. Again with this one, they're up 2-0, and they let the opposition come back again. So it's like it's rewriting itself. You're gonna get exhausted from doing the same thing over and over. Um,
And also, you can't always rely on your offense to just score like so many goals throughout in a game. Like 4 goals is a great output for a game. Like 3 goals is a more than what you usually expect. Like usually maybe one or two per game. Like exceeding that much is like you're asking a lot for your offense, where sometimes they might just not do that. It's not
yeah,
possible every game.
yeah, it's not possible. And especially, I was gonna say like until they face Arsenal, they're facing them this next Sunday. Arteta's gonna play like five CDMs, six center backs.
Dude,
So
he's gonna have watched the Levante game. He's gonna watch the Real Madrid game against what was it? Real
Oviedo.
Oviedo. Like he's gonna watch those true bu parking the bus game like formations that they did, and they're just gonna take inspiration and do this game, and then rely on corners and free kicks for goals. So like they're gonna have to buckle up.
Yeah, I definitely think that game is gonna hit the unders on that game because I think Arsenal is not gonna. do too much. They're not going to try to win the game. They're going to try to tie again. So, and again, we'll see if Liverpool, if they do try to go and try to score, they're going to probably concede a goal or two. But again, shaky defense, but it all depends on Arsenal's like horrible tactics of like five DMs, which I'm expecting fully.
Yeah.
Because
Also, we
really,
haven't seen you know, I
go.
just realized. My bad. I just realized that Lewis Skelly hasn't been playing a lot because Fiori started again at left back.
Supposedly did he make a new deal yet?
Yeah, he signed a new contract.
Yeah, Lewis Skelly for so June 2030. Who knows? That probably just prefers Califiori again, center back over attacking fullback. But that's interesting. Why you're gonna extend? Like, he was a great left back, to be honest, and he still is. But I don't know. I can't. I can't explain anything on that, Jesse.
Bad to cut off your mid sentence. It just
No,
popped into my head.
you're good. Maybe he just doesn't want the left side to be a liability with Madueke because knowing he doesn't defend too well or doesn't defend at all, and he just again wants a left back that's gonna stay put or center back
Mhm.
that's stay put. But yeah, isn't Timber a center back too?
Yeah, and he's playing right back. He's taking over.
Telling you, dude. Next game, you know who's gonna play? Zubi Mendy. Who else do they have? Let me look at the squad. Hold up.
Dude, he's gonna put those four center backs as the back four. Then he's gonna put Declan Rice, Mendy as defensive middles, and then he's probably can put like Ben Rice or not Ben Rice, Ben White and
He's
or like
out.
Mosquera or like
Ben,
Mosquera to
Ben
play
White
like
is out.
CDM. So they like five center backs, two CDMs. It's just gonna go.
Oh my God, why can't I find it? Yeah, he's gonna play Mika Merino striker again. They have Jokic just so they can have like that defensive presence.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Kiwior or whatever his name is. That guy you don't like.
Yeah.
Horrible tactics. But yeah, and enough of Liverpool. Enough of Arsenal. We have Bundesliga again, Jesse. Who do you think is gonna win it?
I wonder. It's so tough to predict. You know, it's gonna so many teams in the race. It's just yeah, Bayern Munich are gonna win it.
Yeah, they beat one of the rivals, RB Leipzig 6-0. So that's how it's
But
going.
yeah, it looks like Bayern's back. I feel like the rest of the league's kind of regressed with like them losing a lot of their players.
If
Sad to
any,
see.
this is just giving your company more credibility of a coach, Jesse.
Yeah.
But again, Luis Diaz is starting off great in that team. He provided two assists, scored a banger, and Harry Kane just keeps going and just farming. He got three goals. He got a hat trick.
Also, Michel Olise also scored like two goals. He was also fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Not much to talk about. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk to you about is Joe Bellingham and Borussia Dortmund, Jesse. Um, Dortmund were winning 3-1. Then they got flipped on, and the opposite team ended up tying the game. And Joe Bellingham's parents weren't too happy, and they got banned from going to the locker room because apparently they went to the locker room to show their dissatisfaction of their son getting subbed out, which is straight up helicopter parent material, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, again, not much going on in Bundesliga.
Oh, also Bayern's apparently agreed personal terms with Nico Jackson to get him on loan from Chelsea, which is a weird one.
I didn't see it coming yet. I think Chelsea's probably getting desperate and trying to get rid of his wages for the season.
Hmm.
But, all right. Any other thing, Jesse?
Mm, I don't think so. Nothing comes to my head.
All right, this is time to go two for two in the grid. So it should be an easy one, Jesse. It's nothing but La Liga, kind of. It's Villarreal, Man City, Spain, Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, and one league goal. It should be easy. You can see my screen, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Where do you want to start off?
Uh, uh, I don't know. Wherever you want, Jerry.
All right, we'll go here. What's his name? Gerard?
Moreno?
Was it Gerard Moreno?
Yep.
Yeah, to get like a crazy one. Okay. You want to do Man City one league goal, Jesse? Give me a name.
Vincent Company. Did we just talk about him?
Watch him not get a single goal. Villarreal legal. Gerard Moreno could have hit there too.
Parejo?
That's a great one. He's a penalty taker. All right. Real Madrid, Spain. Tough one. The tough one. I feel like this one's really easy. Like the whole grid is easy.
Raul Albiol.
Real Madrid, Man City. Top of my head is Robinho,
Yep.
but let's
Uh,
try to get a niche one.
that's what I was
Uh,
thinking.
Kovacic.
Yeah. I feel like he'd still be pretty popular, but yeah.
Do you think of any other one?
No.
No, okay. 16. Real Madrid, Villarreal. I think we kind of screwed ourselves in this one because I think Raul Albiol played for.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Um, no. What am I thinking of? Let me just go over here.
I know there's like probably an obvious one that everyone's like screaming at, but I like,
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, we kind of shot ourselves in the foot with that one.
yeah, I should have picked someone else for the Spanish one.
Atletico Madrid, Spain. Raúl Garcia. Oh, God damn it.
Oh,
Why are they both spelled the same, too? All of them
oh,
are spelled the same.
uh, it's not the last one. It's not the last two. It's between the first two.
Yeah, it's definitely between the first two, but I don't know if he I think he played last season with Mallorca.
I think it's the second one.
I don't want to take a chance on it. We could already switch it.
Yeah,
Uh
Juan Fran.
yeah, Juan Fernandez Party. Try to easier.
Just now we would have picked Raul Garcia, but we just don't know which one is
Oh
which.
God. Oh, was it
Oh,
till 2020? Oh God. This is another tough one. Uh
let's pick another one. Saul, Saul, Saul.
no,
Yeah.
Nunez. All right, 10% is not bad. The other ones were chalk. Man City. Uh
Atletico Madrid.
damn.
Did David Villa play for Man City? He played for the New York affiliate.
Yeah, he played for New York
I,
City
I,
FC.
I know the obvious one is Agüero, but like, I'm trying to think of someone else.
Not Fernando Torres, not Diego Costa. Uh,
Defenders, midfielder. Oh, Rodri.
oh yeah, which is so funny that he played there. This one, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Atletico Madrid.
You got Sorloth. You got Baena.
All right, Jesse. You should know this. You're a Real Madrid fan.
Dude, it's
Did
is it?
Raul ever play for them? No, he went to Schalke, right?
No, he went to Schalke.
Oh God, you should know this.
Dude, there's
Uh,
so many going through my head, but
where
the
did
thing,
Hesse go?
he went to PSG, then he went to Las Palmas, and then he went to all over the world. But I don't think he played for Villarreal.
Vallejo? No, right?
Vallejo?
He played in Germany, came
Mm.
back, went to the Premier League, I think, came back.
There's someone in my head that I can't.
No, there's no
No,
way
no, no.
Luca.
There's someone that went on loan.
Oh my God, this is tough.
what would I can like
Oh, why do we pick Raúl Albiol from all the Spanish players? Oh my gosh.
no.
What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking of a youth academy players that have gone out on loan or played, or young players that we signed and then sent on loan.
This
I'm, I'm,
should
I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash
this
out.
should all be all you, dude.
I'm going through all the faces and the clubs that they went through.
You know what's funny too?
But
Danny Parejo was one of them.
I know that's why I'm looking below. I'm like, oh damn, dude.
Like we got
Uh,
two of them.
I completely forgot about that one. I was like, oh, that's cakewalk, and then just use the two most obvious options. Juanfran, did he play for Villarreal?
Juan Fran,
Yeah, he came from Real Madrid.
the right back again, right?
Yeah.
No. He went to Atletico Madrid and then he left like for a good bit, but I don't know where. We could do your boy, dude, the Russian,
Oh yeah, Ch Cher.
Shev.
Yeah, Cherry Chef. Forgot about him, dude. I was going through everyone in my head. So many
Oh
players.
God. That has to be
It's
the first one, right?
yeah, Dennis.
We got a rarity of 86. So apparently this one was the hardest one, which I think it was.
Oh,
The
Savage. Yeah, I forgot about them.
Savage, which one?
The defender, center back.
He played for Man City?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
it was only for one
Julian
season.
Alvarez, I think, was
Yeah,
probably
he
number
didn't
one.
get that much game time.
I feel like this one
Yeah,
was
him
super
and
hard.
Sergio Agüero. Who were the other 13?
We got these two. Oh,
Diego
the
Lopez,
the
yeah.
goalkeeper. Roberto
Soldado,
Soldado.
yeah. Borja Valer. Dude, now I see. Borja Valer. The ball dude, you remember him?
No, it's not.
Dude, now I'm like, oh, dude.
Borja Valero.
That's who I was thinking, Adrian de la Fuente. I was like, oh, dude. That was awful, dude. I went through so many names in my head.
Jesse, come on, dude. But all right, thanks you guys so much for watching. Let us know how we did. Again, try this out for yourself. Who were the most popular? So there's Diego Forlan for Atletico Madrid, Villarreal. That was the most popular. Julian Alvarez was the Man City, Atletico
For man.
Madrid. Then a lot of people pick Coque for the Spanish Atletico Madrid.
Hmm.
Ramos, Lamine Yamal for surprise. Erling Haaland. Yeah, Raúl Albiol and was popular for Real Madrid, Villarreal. So good thing we went to the other one.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Share this with a friend. Anything to say, Jesse? You're gonna lose in fantasy this year?
No, you know what? I'll take it if I win the lottery today. So I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll swap my, I'll take last place in the league if I can, win my 750 today.
All right, everyone, pray on Jesse. Peace.
Peace.